On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Vitro.
Used as in vitro, a scientific experiment or procedure that takes place outside of a living organism, usually in a test tube or petri dish.
Examples:
In vitro fermentation, in vitro diagnostics. The lab technician used in vitro fertilization to help the couple conceive.
Fertilization.
The process of joining a sperm and an egg to produce an embryo.
Examples:
Fertilization process, artificial fertilization. The fertilization of the soil allowed for a bountiful harvest.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Reproductive.
Connected with the process of reproduction, relating to reproducing babies, young animals, or plants.
Examples:
Reproductive ability. During reproductive period. This documentary deals with the reproductive biology of the buffalo.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Approximately.
Close to a specific number or time, but not exactly that number or time.
Examples:
Approximately 3 feet long. Approximately same. This trail takes approximately 2.5 hours.
Heterosexual.
Attracted to individuals of the opposite sex.
Examples:
Heterosexual relationship. Heterosexual marriage. He identified as heterosexual and had never considered being with someone of the same gender.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
Conceive.
To have or develop an idea, a plan, etc. in mind, to become pregnant.
Examples:
Conceive of an idea. Conceive a child. I can't conceive he'd want to harm us.
Homosexual.
Sexually attracted to people of one's own sex.
Examples:
Homosexual rights. Homosexual marriage. The law was repealed to protect the rights of homosexual citizens.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
Clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Mimic.
To imitate someone's speech, movement, or behavior, especially to make others laugh.
Examples:
Mimic a human voice. Mimic numerous instruments. He is very popular at school because he can mimic all the teachers' accents.
Brilliant.
Extremely clever, skilled, or impressive.
Examples:
Brilliant idea. Brilliant performance. The more brilliant you are, the more people around you look at you with envy and jealousy.
Reproduction.
The process by which organisms create offspring, the production of something similar to an original work.
Examples:
Reproduction rate. Reproduction system. The reproduction of the plant depends on the pollinators.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples:
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Anterior.
Located in or directed toward the front.
Examples:
Anterior view. Anterior teeth. The anterior part of the skull is the forehead.
Pituitary.
A small, pea-sized gland located at the base of the brain that influences the growth and sexual development of the body by producing hormones.
Examples:
Pituitary hormone. Anterior pituitary. The pituitary gland is responsible for releasing hormones that regulate growth and metabolism.
Gland.
A group of cells in an animal's body that produce substances needed by the body and release them through ducts or directly into the bloodstream.
Examples:
The function of the thyroid gland. A mammary gland. The adrenal glands produce steroids.
Follicle.
A small sac or cavity in the body, especially in the skin or scalp, that contains and nourishes a hair or feather, a small gland or sac that produces and releases a bodily secretion.
Examples:
Follicle cell. Damaged follicle. The pigments in your hair follicles determine the color of your hair.
Stimming.
A behavior often exhibited by individuals on the autism spectrum characterized by repetitive bodily movements or sounds, such as hand flapping or rocking, often used as a form of self-regulation or sensory stimulation.
Examples:
Autistic stimming. Stimming therapy. Autistic children may engage in stimming behaviors, such as rocking or hand flapping, to self-regulate.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc., of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Ripen.
To cause something to be fully developed, to become ripe.
Examples:
Ripen the fruit. Ripen naturally. His tireless efforts ripen into success.
Ovary.
Either of the pair of organs in the female reproductive system that produces eggs, of a plant, the organ that bears the ovules of a flower.
Examples:
Ovary atrophy. Salted ovary of walleye pollock. They found ovary cancer in an early stage.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Estrogen.
A category of female steroid sex hormone responsible for the development and regulation of the female reproductive system and secondary sex characteristics.
Examples:
Estrogen receptor. Estrogen responsive breast cancer. The older woman also suffers bone loss caused by estrogen deficiency.
Coordinate.
To bring the different parts of the activity and the people into an organized, ordered, or efficient relationship. Adjective, of equal importance, rank, or degree.
Examples:
Coordinate a special project. A coordinate clause. We want to coordinate a schedule for the investigation.
Preparation.
The activity of getting ready for something or making something ready.
Examples:
A preparation program. The preparation of meals. He helped me with the preparation of this book.
Uterus.
A hollow muscular organ in the body of a woman or other female mammal in which a baby or young animal develops before birth.
Examples:
Uterus cancer. Bleeding from uterus. The physician prescribed medication to relieve the contraction of the uterus.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Surge.
A sudden and great increase of something, such as a feeling, the amount or number, etc.
Examples:
A surge of shoppers. The surge in foreign tourism. She drowned her surge of anger through her creative work.
Lutein.
A yellow pigment found in many plants, particularly leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale. Lutein is an antioxidant and is thought to have benefits for eye health and cognition.
Examples:
Lutein supplement. Lutein-rich food. The chemical composition of lutein makes it effective in preventing cataracts.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc. to function.
Examples:
Trigger a biochemical response. Trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Ovulation.
The process in a woman's menstrual cycle during which an ovary releases an egg.
Examples:
Ovulation cycle. Inhibit ovulation. The woman tracked her ovulation using a fertility app on her smartphone.
Rupture.
A break or tear in something, especially a bodily tissue or a physical object.
Examples:
A rupture between friends. The rupture of a blood vessel. A fault line rupture can cause significant damage and destruction to surrounding areas.
Fallopian.
One of a pair of tubes that connect the ovaries to the uterus in female reproductive systems, through which eggs travel from the ovaries to the uterus.
Examples:
Ruptured fallopian tube. Fallopian cancer. Tubal ligation is a permanent birth control method that involves blocking or cutting the fallopian tubes.
Tube.
A cylindrical container of metal, plastic, glass, etc., usually sealed and used as a means of preserving food or chemicals, a hollow cylindrical shape.
Examples:
A capillary tube. A glass tube. The tube train was packed with commuters during rush hour.
Fertilize.
To cause an egg, female animal, or plant to develop by joining sperm from the male with them. To add a natural or chemical substance to land to make plants grow well.
Examples:
Fertilize the soil. Fertilize the female egg. The couple decided to use the non-husband's sperm to fertilize a wife.
Sperm.
The reproductive cell produced by a man or male animal.
Examples:
Man with a low sperm count. Production of sperm. The male sperm fertilizes the female egg.
Reset.
To set again or differently, to return to a previous state or condition.
Examples:
Reset password. Reset my brain. She reset the computer to fix the problem.
Cellular.
Of or connected with the cells of animals or plants. Of or connected with a mobile telephone system that uses several short-range radio stations instead of wires.
Examples:
Cellular and molecular biology. A cellular phone handset. This factory employs a cellular manufacturing system.
Shell.
Hard outer covering or case of eggs, nuts, some seeds, and some animals.
Examples:
An egg shell. A mollusk shell. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Pellucid.
Transparent, clear, and easy to understand, easily comprehensible or intelligible, allowing light to pass through freely.
Examples:
Pellucid prose. Pellucid stream. The water in the lake was so pellucid that you could see the fish swimming below.
Thwart.
To prevent something from happening or succeeding.
Examples:
Thwart enemy plans. Thwart attempts. He thwarted the thief's attempt to steal the painting.
Fusion.
The process of combining two or more things to form a single entity.
Examples:
Heat fusion. Fusion cuisine. Nuclear fusion is a process in which atomic nuclei combine to form heavier nuclei.
Constantly.
All the time.
Examples:
A constantly innovative enterprise. A constantly varying mind. The mobile application industry is constantly changing.
Renew.
To begin or resume something again after an interruption.
Examples:
Renew a contract. Renew its corporate image. I have to renew my passport by the middle of September.
Ejaculation.
A sudden and forceful expulsion of something from the body, especially of semen, during sexual activity, a sudden and forceful expression of emotion or sound, similar to a cry.
Examples:
Ejaculation disorder. Inhibited ejaculation. Diabetes and multiple sclerosis are among the medical conditions that can cause retrograde ejaculation.
Intercourse.
Communication between individuals, the sexual activity between individuals, especially the insertion of a man's penis into a woman's vagina.
Examples:
Diplomatic intercourse. Extramarital intercourse. That meeting markedly improved commercial intercourse between the two countries.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Proximity.
The state or quality of being near or close to something or someone in distance or time.
Examples:
Proximity sensor. Geographical proximity. The proximity of the two cities makes it easy to travel between them.
Penetrate.
To pass into or through something, often by overcoming resistance.
Examples:
Penetrate a cell. Penetrate quickly into the skin. Western ideology slowly penetrates through the Eastern countries.
Zygote.
The initial stage of development in a fertilized egg, resulting from the fusion of a sperm cell and an egg cell in sexual reproduction.
Examples:
Zygote development. Zygote stage. A fertilized zygote marks the beginning of a new life as it is the first cell of a new organism.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Embryo.
An animal organism in the early stages of growth, either in its mother's womb or in an egg, or a plant that is developing in a seed.
Examples:
Destruction of human embryos. Embryo cloning. Our latest project is still at the embryo stage.
Implant.
To insert or fix an artificial device in a person's body, to put an idea, attitude, etc., firmly in the mind.
Examples:
Implant genes in the animals. Implant into the uterus. The doctor will implant a pacemaker to regulate his heart rate.
Firm.
Resolute or unwavering in decision-making or action, strong or secure in structure, make, or composition, reliable, trustworthy, or dependable. Noun, a business or company.
Examples:
Firm grip. Accounting firm. The firm deadline for submitting the project is tomorrow, so we need to work efficiently to finish on time.
Endometrium.
The inner mucous membrane that lines the uterus equals the organ in which a fetus develops.
Examples:
Endometrium inflammation. Menstrual endometrium. The physician took a sample of the epithelial tissue of the endometrium for detailed examination.
Placenta.
A temporary organ that feeds a fetus equals unborn and developing baby inside its mother's womb.
Examples:
Placenta blood. Fetal placenta. The placenta produces various hormones that help maintain the pregnancy.
Pregnant.
Having a baby or young animal developing in the uterus.
Examples:
Needs of pregnant women. A silence pregnant with suspense. She vacated the position when she got pregnant.
Rescue.
To save someone or something from a dangerous or difficult situation.
Examples:
Rescue a dying dog. Rescue a company from bankruptcy. The fire department arrived just in time to rescue the family from the burning building.
Corpus.
A collection of texts or documents, usually used in research or analysis.
Examples:
Corpus callus. Written corpus. The corpus of ancient Greek literature includes many famous works.
Degenerate.
Of a person, animal, or plant, to become worse in health or physical condition.
Examples:
Degenerate into a disagreement. Degenerate into recession. The once thriving city has degenerated into a crime-ridden slum.
Normally.
Usually, under normal conditions.
Examples:
Complete normally. Not normally drink much. I don't normally take a vacation in the middle of summer.
Menstrual.
Of or relating to the time when a woman menstruates, equals to discharge the blood from the uterus each month.
Examples:
A menstrual period. Menstrual blood. The average length of a woman's menstrual cycle is 21 to 35 days.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Progesterone.
A hormone mainly produced in the ovaries of females that helps regulate the menstrual cycle and plays a crucial role in pregnancy.
Examples:
Progesterone receptor. Synthetic progesterone. During pregnancy, progesterone levels rise to support the growth of the fetus.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Gestation.
The state of being pregnant, the period during which an embryo or fetus develops, usually about 280 days in humans.
Examples:
Extrauterine gestation. Gestation time. The gestation period for elephants is 22 months.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Undergo.
To go through something unpleasant or that involves a change.
Examples:
Undergo surgery. Undergo a decrease. The train has to undergo rigorous safety checks.
Administrator.
A person or organization responsible for managing and directing the affairs of a business, institution, government agency, or other organization, someone who administers, regulates, or supervises.
Examples:
School administrator. Network administrator. The university's administrator announced new policies regarding campus safety.
Naturally.
As might be expected, by natural manners.
Examples:
Naturally arising. Naturally regenerated forest. He was naturally gifted.
Stimulation.
The act of arousing interest or activity in something, the action of providing a stimulus.
Examples:
Stimulation of the economy. Stimulation of the senses. The stimulation of certain chemicals activates the brain's reward system.
Retrieve.
To find or get something back.
Examples:
Retrieve the lost wallet. Send and retrieve email. She retrieved the book from the shelf.
Anesthesia.
A state of controlled, temporary loss of bodily sensation or awareness that is induced for medical purposes.
Examples:
Anesthesia for surgery. Local anesthesia. He is in general anesthesia under the surgeon.
Aspiration.
A strong desire to achieve something, the action or process of drawing breath.
Examples:
No aspiration for fame. Aspiration into the lungs. He has an aspiration to become a doctor.
Needle.
A thin, pointed object typically used for sewing or medical purposes, a metal or plastic instrument used for administering injections or drawing blood.
Examples:
Needle prick. Sewing needle. The acupuncturist inserted needles into specific points on my body to alleviate my pain.
Ultrasound.
Higher frequency sound than humans can hear.
Examples:
Ultrasound meter. Ultrasound scan. An ultrasound scan showed that the baby was a girl.
Masturbation.
The act of sexually stimulating oneself by touching or rubbing one's genitals, typically resulting in orgasm or sexual release.
Examples:
Manual masturbation. The act of masturbation. Many physicians agree that the practice of masturbation is a natural and healthy way to explore and take pleasure in one's body.
Laboratory.
A workplace for doing scientific research or teaching science, a lab.
Examples:
Laboratory accident. Anthropology laboratory. Animal protection groups call for an end to animal testing in a laboratory.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Strip.
To remove the surface from something, noun, a sizable narrow piece of something such as paper, metal, cloth, etc., or area of land, sea, etc.
Examples:
Strip a tire off. Coast strip. The doctor advised him to strip down for a check.
Surrounding.
That is near or around, or closely encircling something.
Examples:
Surrounding areas. A fence surrounding a castle. The surrounding mountains make the city difficult to be invaded.
Petri.
Petri dish, a small, clear, and round dish with a lid used in laboratories, especially for growing bacteria.
Examples:
Petri dish test. Bacteria on petri dishes. Glass petri dishes are used to culture microorganisms.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Incubate.
To keep warm and protected, especially to hatch eggs, to develop and nurture.
Examples:
Incubate terrorism in developing countries. Incubate an idea. The scientists decided to incubate the eggs for further study.
Maxim.
A well-known phrase that expresses a general or fundamental truth, principle, or rule for behavior.
Examples:
Old maxim. Act upon a maxim. A good maxim is never out of season.
Certainty.
The state of being certain.
Examples:
Scientific certainty. Reach certainty about the theory. Through investigation, his suspicions hardened into certainty.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Suitable.
Fit or appropriate, proper, adapted.
Examples:
Suitable amount. Date suitable to both groups. The dress was suitable for the formal occasion.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Catheter.
A thin, flexible tube that is inserted into a body cavity, duct, or vessel to drain fluid, inject medication, or perform a medical procedure.
Examples:
Insert catheter. Urinary catheter. After the surgery, the patient was required to wear a catheter for several days.
Convention.
A large formal assembly of people who do a particular job or have a similar interest, or of a political party, something regarded as a normative example.
Examples:
convention center, political convention. They met at biennial conventions.
Transfer.
To move, pass, or change from one person, place, or situation to another.
Examples:
transfer a file, transfer power. She transferred the money from her savings account to her checking account.
Blastocyst.
An early stage in the development of an embryo, consisting of a hollow ball of cells that implants into the uterine wall during pregnancy.
Examples:
embryonic blastocyst, frozen blastocyst. The fertilized egg develops into a blastocyst before implanting into the uterine wall.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
toxic molecule, exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Exposure.
The state of being in a particular situation or place where there is no protection from or guarantee to something harmful, the disclosure of something secret.
Examples:
a southern exposure, the exposure of a fraud. The long exposure to the air tarnished the antique tableware.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
cancer diagnosis, cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Donor.
A person or an organization that makes a gift of money, food, supplies, etc. to a cause or fund. In medicine, a person who gives blood or tissue or an organ to be used in another person.
Examples:
a transfusion of donor blood, an unnamed donor. His body rejected the liver of the donor.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
the intent of a question, intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Problematic.
Full of difficulties, difficult to deal with or solve.
Examples:
a problematic situation. Seems to be highly problematic. Direct democracy is effective in quickly resolving problematic situations within a community.
Surrogate.
Acting as a substitute or replacement for someone or something else, having a similar function or purpose.
Examples:
surrogate pregnancy, surrogate decision. The surrogate mother gave birth to a healthy baby for the couple who couldn't conceive independently.
Odds.
The degree or probability that a particular thing will or will not happen.
Examples:
Odds in favor. Odds of business. What are the odds that he will survive?
Twin.
Either of two children born at the same time from the same mother.
Examples:
A twin lens camera. A twin room. Its twin brothers are difficult to tell apart except for their parents.
Triplet.
A group of three things or people, especially three babies born at the same time from the same pregnancy.
Examples:
Triplet siblings. Triplet acetylene. The triplet babies were born premature and needed extra care.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Minimize.
To make something, especially something bad, small or less serious.
Examples:
Minimize a loss. Way to minimize conflict. I bought a gadget before my trip to help minimize stress during the flight.
Risky.
Involving the possibility of danger, failure, or loss.
Examples:
Change risky behavior. A risky enterprise. It is extremely risky to sail in such a storm.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Delay.
To cause something to happen at a later time than originally intended or expected.
Examples:
Delay a flight 3 hours. Delay the new project. We delayed the payment because of an incorrect invoice.
Childbearing.
The act of giving birth to or bearing a child, or children, often in the context of medical or demographic research or public policy.
Examples:
Childbearing capacity. Childbearing at a later age. Many women delay childbearing until their careers are established.
Diminish.
To reduce or be reduced in size, extent, or importance. To make something smaller, weaker, etc.
Examples:
Diminish a reputation. Diminish swelling. As people get old, their energies may diminish.
Inconceivable.
Hard to imagine or believe.
Examples:
Inconceivable pain. Inconceivable ideas. It would be inconceivable for him to alter his behavior.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Outpace.
To move or proceed at a faster rate than someone or something else. To surpass or exceed someone's or something's performance or ability.
Examples:
Outpace market share. Outpace economic growth. Her running speed allowed her to outpace her competitors and win the race.